Welcome back. This is Anil Sharma, motivational speaker, corporate trainer, and life coach. Why our young students are killing themselves? Is hyper competition is killing young students in India? Students who are preparing for competitive exams like NEET, JEE after clearing 10 plus 2 level exam are facing enormous parental pressure, are facing enormous parental expectations, are facing a lot of peer pressure, are becoming a victim of the system, coaching mafia, coaching industry, the system that grinds, the system that sucks, the system that exploit, the system that put extreme pressure on children. Why these kind of incidents are happening? According to 2023-24 NCRB National Crime Record Bureau India data, suicide was rated as the second highest cause of death among Indians, especially young Indians. And you will be surprised to know, according to NCRB report 2023-24, maximum number of suicide cases did happen in the age category of 17 to 29. Yes, you heard it right, in the age category of 17 to 29, and this is the age category maximum number of young students who are preparing for plus 2 level competitive exams like NEET, JEE, students who are preparing for after graduate exams like civil services, PCS, or other competitive exams. But today in this video my focus is on plus 2 level competitive exams like NEET and JEE. In May 2025, 18-year-old student from Jammu and Kashmir, I won't name her, 18-year-old student from Jammu and Kashmir committed suicide in Kota city exactly one day before her NEET final exam. And in her suicide note, she wrote that she is not able to cope with the enormous pressure and she do not find herself fully prepared for the final day, big day exam, and she is not having confidence to face her parents if she fail in exam. So, as an escape route, as a last resort, she is killing herself. It was written in her suicide note. So unfortunate. On 27th of June, just last month 2025, 18-year-old student from Sangli, Maharashtra. It was a big story in newspapers. Again, I won't name the student. 18-year-old student from Sangli, Maharashtra, who was preparing for NEET exam, was killed by her own father. And why she was killed? Because she scored less marks in her NEET mock test. And when the father, who was a school principal, he was not an uneducated person, he was a well-educated person who was working as a school principal. When the father inquired why she scored less number of marks, so in an argumentative way, she said, "आपने भी तो कम नंबर लाए थे, आप कौन से कलेक्टर बन गए?" The girl replied in this way. Children do speak sometime like this. Hearing this, the father became so enraged, the father became so violent that he beat her with a stick and beat her mercilessly, and she became unconscious. She fainted, and when she was rushed to hospital, she was declared brought dead by doctors. So these are some of the unfortunate happenings. These are some of the unfortunate incidents that are happening all across India, and especially these are happening in cities which are functioning as coaching mafia, cities which are functioning as coaching hubs, cities which are exploiting students, which are putting enormous, unbearable, extreme pressure, excruciating pressure on students in the name of preparing for competitive exams. I did try to delve, because every day I do read news, different news and newspapers related to this topic. So I thought that I should do some little bit of research about it. So I did delve a bit deeper into this issue and came up with some interesting facts. 2 or 3 very interesting facts I would like to share through this video, especially to parents. If any parent is watching this video, please watch it full so that it can help you to properly deal with your child. So the very first thing, why these kind of unfortunate incidents, unfortunate happenings, suicidal cases are taking place in our country, especially with young students, young talented students who could become the future of India in time to come, but unfortunately these young lives are being cut short. The first reason is unrealistic parental expectations. Unrealistic parental expectations. In my long career of 12-13 years, I have, as a counselor, as a psychologist, or as a trainer, or as a motivational speaker, I have come across n number of parents. I have come across scores of parents who want to fulfill their unattained desires, who want to fulfill their unattained goals through their children. I wanted to become an engineer. I wanted to crack JEE. I wanted to become crack. I wanted to become a doctor. I could not do that because I was not able to crack that exam. I was not fully eligible. I was not capable, or due to any other situation or due to any other circumstance. Now I will achieve that goal. I will fulfill that desire of mine, which was long pending, through my child, without keeping in mind whether child has the capability, whether child has aptitude, whether child has interest in that particular field or not. They put extreme, enormous pressure on their children, and communication is also broken. Effective communication between the parent and child doesn't happen, and when the communication is broken, when the communication is cut short, the child feels suffocated because there is extreme pressure on part of coaching institutions, preparation, exams, mock tests, marks and all these kind of things, and then there is pressure from parents also. So in such a scenario, what a 17-year-old, what an 18-year-old child can do? Depression is very difficult topic to deal with. And can you imagine a small 17, 19, 20-year-old child will be able to deal with depression single-handedly? So in such a scenario, child resort to escape route. And that escape route is horrible. That escape route is painful. That escape route is very, very unfortunate. So my humble request to all the parents who must be or who might be watching this video, please do not try to fulfill your unattained goals, your unfulfilled desires on the shoulder of your children. Give freedom to your children. Understand the strengths or weaknesses of your child. Give them freedom. Sit with them. Talk to them. Discuss with them. Take your child to a career counselor. Take your child to a mental health professional. Take your child to a psychologist. Let your child open up what he or she wants, whether he has aptitude, whether he has ability, whether he has strength to deal with the extreme pressure of any competitive exam or not. If he himself is self-motivated, if he himself is desiring to go in that field, okay, then let it go, then let it be so. But never ever try to fulfill your unattained goals through your children. This is the most important reason, and reason number one. Second, there are some systemic failures also, because recently I think the government has invoked certain rules that there should be holidays, a 4-day coaching schedule, something of that sort has happened, but I'm not pretty sure what kind of changes government has put in place. Coaching institutions have become a kind of money minting factory, and coaching institutions put so much pressure on students. The schedule of classes, the schedule of preparation, the schedule of tests, the schedule of weekly mock test is so painful, is so taxing, that a child, if he is not greatly motivated, find himself a victim of this system. So coaching institutions must have full-time mental health professionals. They must give scope for children to voice their concerns, to share their concerns, and classes should be held in such a way that they do not put extreme pressure on children. And the third important thing is lack of mental health professionals. When a child is studying in a coaching institution, and when a child, the teacher or the tutor must have little bit of training, little bit of understanding to identify signs and symptoms of depression, because these kind of incidents do not happen overnight. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months before signals come, signs of depressions come. So faculty in coaching institutions or a mental health professional who is employed in a coaching institution must be trained, or must have eyes and wisdom to see the signs of depression in students, and then he or she should sit with a particular student. If there are more number of students, to sit with the student, discuss with them, talk to them, counsel them, let them open up themselves, let them voice their concerns, let them speak about the problems they might be facing. Because in India, mental health professionals, there is dearth of mental health professionals, and mental health disorders are becoming a scourge in our society nowadays. Depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, stress, all these kind of things. Even adults, I have seen adults are finding it very difficult to cope with. Forget, let alone a 19 or 17-year-old child, how he or she will be able to cope with it without active support and help from a mental health professional. So coaching institutions must improve their system so that it doesn't put extreme pressure on students, so that it doesn't grind them. It prepares them for the competitive exam in a way that a child is fully able to explore his or her potential. And employed mental health professionals in an institution or in a coaching institute must be well trained, well equipped to deal with any signs of depression, anxiety, stress. I think if these 2 or 3 measures are put in place, and the ultimate responsibility lies on parents. Parents must regularly communicate with their children. Parents must convey this important message to their children that if they crack the competitive exam, okay, we will be happy. But unfortunately, if you do not crack, it's okay. If one door closes, parents must talk and must sit with their children and tell them that no failure is final. If one door is closed, 10 more doors are open, and life is very, very long. Life is very big. Just one failure in one competitive exam can't define your life. Life is so precious. Can you imagine the life of a 17-year-old child who has been cut short? What he or she could have done in his entire lifespan? Parents must understand it. Do not put extreme pressure because of your unfulfilled desires, because of your unattained goals which you could not do. Now you want to put a gun on the shoulder of your child and want to shoot and want to achieve that goal. No, this is not justifiable thing. So you have to be sensitive enough, you have to be intelligent enough to realize this thing. And in my career, in my profession, I have observed that uneducated parents are more supportive. I have observed parents who are not highly educated, parents who are not working in corporate job or who are not working in government jobs. They are not that much exploitative. They are not putting that much pressure. Parents who are educated, parents who are professionals, parents who are working professionals, these kind of parents, principals, doctors, lawyers, executives working in multinational companies, they are putting extreme pressure because they are ambitious. And they have set very high ambitions for their children, but they are not realizing the reality of the ground beneath. So please stop putting extreme pressure. Please stop putting unrealistic pressure on your children, because a precious life lost is an irreparable loss. This is a damage which once done can never be repaired in one's entire lifespan. So you have to be careful about it. I hope you would have liked the video. If you did like the video, press the bell icon, like, subscribe and share.